And looking at those temperatures for the past 24 hours, we definitely got into the 90s. Still rather hot here in the Concho Valley. Last night we were down in the 70s, but our official high was around 94, 95 degrees. Looking at that current conditions right now, still dealing with some quiet conditions, not expecting to see any storms. Mostly clear conditions. 85 winds out of the south at 10 miles an hour across the area. 85 in Sterling City, Big Lake at 83. They're dealing with a little bit more cooler conditions because we are seeing an isolated storm just west of the Concho Valley. However, in the low 80s in our southeastern areas. And looking at the current situation in terms of that atmospheric moisture, that dry line has retreated off towards the west there, dealing with a little bit those dew points in the 60s, so a little bit muggy today. Other than that, across the state of Texas, they're dealing with some severe weather. All of that severe weather is sticking off towards the north of us in and around North Texas. They're dealing with a similar situation that we were dealing with yesterday, that prolonged severe thunderstorm continuing to dump softball to golf ball sized hail, just kind of staying in that location, not moving much. So they're getting their round of hail damage for us there in North Texas. Of course, for us here, not really seeing much. We're seeing just an isolated strong storm just west of Crockett County, but that's weakening as it moves closer towards the Concho Valley, continuing to lose that daytime heating. Therefore, the potential for any storm development is decreasing, heading closer towards the midnight hour. Not really seeing anything, just mostly clear skies over the Concho Valley, thankfully. We're looking at that future cast. Expect to see those overnight lows drop down into the low 70s, mostly clear skies of probably an isolated shower just to the south and along the I-10 corridor. But as we head into the next tomorrow morning, we're going to be a little bit warm, a little bit more cloud cover expected, but we are going to have another potential for some severe weather, with the main threats being large hail and damaging winds going into Saturday afternoon. So we're going to see this line of storms moving from the west around tomorrow night. That's going to bring the potential for some more severe storms for us here across the Concho Valley. That does include us here in San Angelo, but then going into the rest of the week, we are going to see that range stick over the state of Texas, and this is all due to a low that's going to be trapped over the south central U.S. This is called an omega block. You have two high pressures on both sides of it, just keeping that low pressure system currently over Texas, not really expecting to see any much movement, and so we're going to have those rain chances in the picture for much of next week, going into next Wednesday and Thursday there. Of course, we could see a potential for a few storms, but most of Texas is going to be dealing with some widespread rain for much of next week, lasting potentially into Friday there. But looking at tonight, expect to see partly cloudy conditions, 68 degrees, winds out of the south at 10 to 15 miles an hour. Those chance for any storm development has decreased for us here in the Concho Valley. That's the good news. But tomorrow we'll be topping out at 93 degrees, expecting some strong thunderstorms in those evening hours. Like I said, main threats being large hail and damaging winds along with dangerous lightning. Winds out of the south at 10 to 15 miles an hour. Going into the next several days, we're going to keep those rain chances in the picture for every day going into the weekend. 50% chance of strong storms lasting into Sunday. We are probably more than likely going to have a stormy Memorial Day. Highs on the upper 80s. We're going to see a little bit more cooler conditions for the middle of next week, back down into the low 80s. That's where we're supposed to be sitting at this time of year, but still continuing to see those rain chances be in the picture for Tuesday and Wednesday. Highs in about 83 degrees for Thursday and Friday, with a 30% chance of isolated storms. But we are still continuing to expect that severe weather threat for tomorrow. Those overnight temperatures remaining in the upper 60s. We'll be right back.